Hi, welcome to another program. Today we want to talk about the modernization of F-16 Turkish air jet program because it emphasizes a major tactical change, not strategical, but a tactical change in Turkish foreign policy. And we need to know how we come to this point, what we are now doing as Turkey, and what might happen in future. How this will impact the Turkish foreign policy in future. And it's very important for the businesses, especially in the region, Mediterranean region. And it will affect all the countries, neighboring countries, foreign policy too. Now, in 1998, what I am referring is almost 25 years ago, the Turkish Armed Forces, TAF, have announced a program to modernize its equipments, military equipments. It's a worth of $160 billion in next coming 20 years. Supposed to be finished nowadays, but it's still continuing. Now, this 45 billion is spared for the commissioning of a new combat aircraft, including the Turkish Air Industrial TFX, the Turkish fighter program, and F-35 and helicopters, and so other air vehicles. Now, Turkey have been a partner of F-35 program since the first day, and it has already paid, if I'm not wrong, around $1.5 billion for the development phases. Now, the F-35 has been considered as a backbone of the Turkish Air Force planning for the next decades. Why? Because the F-35 is a single-seat, single-engine, all-weather, stealth, multi-combat aircraft that performs both superiority and strike missions. It's also designed to serve for the electronic warfare, surveillance, and scouting capabilities. It can also use the aircraft carrier to take off and to land. It can also take off and land vertically. Turkey wants to utilize the F-35 also on TCG Anadolu, or Anatolia in English it's said. It's LHD, the landing helicopter dock, multi-purpose amphibious assault ship, because F-35 has a vertical takeoff and land capabilities. These aircraft carriers can host some number of F-35. It gives a great capability for any navy or air force in the region if they have an aircraft carrier like that, which this TCG Anadolu is like a copy-paste of Carlos, the Spanish aircraft carrier in the Mediterranean region. So why Turkey has considered something like that, why it needs it? Because if you think that Turkey has a problem with Greece and they want to have something like that, it's not the case. Again, sea is very narrow. You don't need an aircraft carrier to host, to be honest. It's not going to give you a clear tactical advantages. But if you consider like the Mediterranean Sea, like the Black Sea, like the Red Sea, or Hormuz Strait, that's something then. That's very important then. So Turkey, it means this TCG Anadolu serves for multi targets for Turkey. It gives or emphasizes a different strategy for Turkey, different ambitions for Turkey. Turkey wants to open its wings, and now Turkey has been expanding the wings in the Mediterranean region now, and we are seeing all these developments that comes to that point. We should also remember that Turkey has a budget of 200 billion per year, and 25% is spared or spent for the energy, which has been causing high inflation and high prices for the consumer. That's why Turkey has been very ambitious to explore the energy resources in the Mediterranean region, why once we reduce the cost of the energy to the national budget, we can spare that other amount for the developments of the country, including the development for the youth programs and also the modernization or development of new military equipments. Now, there is one more also important point. In 2016, when there was a coup attempt in Turkey, Turkey decided that US is behind this attempt. Okay, we are not going to discuss whether it is true or not, but this is the decision. This is the decision and the belief that US and some other countries are behind this coup. So Turkey has changed all its strategy afterwards. Now, as you will also appreciate, any army who tries to attempt a coup, and if it has not been successful, then what's going to be the counter attack or counter action? A cleaning activity will be done. So whoever has been involved in this coup attempt has been dismissed from the Turkish armed forces, including also the state servants. While it has been done also, some soldiers who are also secular, which means who believe the politics of Atatürk, let's say, in that regard, are also dismissed from the army. Once these are all cleansed, what has happened? Erdogan has an army like himself who believes that a strong foreign policy with a strong military should be set for the Turkish foreign policy. Okay, once it has been done, you need a strong economy to support this policy. Now, Turkey hasn't and has never had any strong policy since 1923. We should also remember that. All these developments are, of course, very disruptive for U.S. interests in the region. So what U.S. has tried to do is, remember, we have now a rising China threat for U.S. national interests. 35% of the trade is done from the Malacca Strait. And now China wants to increase its influence there, wants to control also there and also the East Asia. Now, in order to contain the rising China, after the Second World War, US has put its military to Europe. Then in 2000 to Middle East. Now they are going to deploy most of their military resources to East Asia. And once it's going to be done, they want to also keep their national interests intact, which means they want to get the money. So what is going to be? Because the oil is not important as it was before. Now America can produce its own needs. And electricity will be much more vital in coming decades. It will replace the oil. So what will happen? Still they have the interest in the Middle East. They want to have an alliance that's going to counter any rising threat in the Middle East, like Turkey for US. So US is pushing the Israel and the Gulf alliances to come together and form a force and keep the American interests intact in the Middle East. And like Turkey, if something will be arising, they want this force to encounter Turkey. But while you are considering the Turkey as a big force or big player in the table, these alliances is not enough to encounter Turkey in most ways. First of all, these alliances has internal problems, and how they are going to encounter Turkey is a big question mark. Then Turkey has realized that, okay, if this is the case, then I am going to also have my own national defense systems, including the missile systems, aircraft, navy, and all these things. So Turkey has realized during the Syria internal war that there were some missiles coming to Turkish land. Turkey asked for NATO to deploy the Patriots. It has been deployed so late. Some people are died, killed. Then Turkey has decided that when they have been also launched into Turkey, they have been withdrawn very quickly. So we don't get the benefits of being a NATO member as we should be. So Turkey thinks that, okay, if it is the case, then I am going to buy my own. We asked for the Europe, we asked for the Americans, they didn't give us. They said we will not share the technology. Turkey wants to also access the share technology because Turkey wants to manufacture it by its own resources. We asked for EU, they didn't give it. We asked for China. China say yes, but sharing the technology, they say no. Russians say yes. And it was very surprising for the United States that not Russia says yes, but Turkey says yes to S-400 missiles because it will be a direct threat to NATO and American interests, globally, by the way. And the Americans, as far as I think, have been considering that Turkey is bluffing, but Turkey was not bluffing. And because you don't, I mean, the Americans still, they don't understand the Turks. They can't understand when Turks are bluffing and not. And from the beginning, Erdogan was not bluffing. But they paid it, gravely, to be honest. So Turkey say yes, and they bought the S-400. Now, what will happen? In return, the Americans have expelled Turkey from the F-35 program, which is a great problem for Turkey because TCG Anadolu, which is an emphasis assault ship, they can host also the F-35. Will be not idle, I will say, but will not be used as it should be. Effectively, that's 100%. It cannot be used because the most important is not only the choppers, but the aircrafts should be hosted there because then it will be a full threat. So once it's down, now Turkey start thinking, how can I expedite the TFX program? Because there are two problems with that. One is the resources and money resources. Our economy is not strong and we cannot make it strong because of other bullshits that I don't want to talk about. Second is mines. You have to have mines. I mean, the Americans have been sparing 90 billions for F-35. Japan wants to do the fifth stealth program. They are doing this. They only spare around 48 billion for the development. Turkey says only 20. Resources, which is money, is not there. It's not matching up. Second, brain is not there. We don't have the youngsters. I'm not talking about the old people, but the youngsters who will be willing to dedicate and do all the best. It's not the numbers and not the people that are working there, but the total picture is not there. There are so many missing things, and you can only close them once you have the money. Because a lot of experiments needs to be done. A lot of researches need to be conducted. And the numbers are not adequate and the money is not there. So what Turkey has decided, and this is what the F-16 modernization program suggests us, they extend the duration. From 20, now they are saying that we want to change between 1,000 or 1,200 to 1,500 number of pieces in the airplane. And we want to extend the air flights from 8,000 flights hour to 12,000 flights hour, which is going to give you basically 10 to 20 years more to fly with F-16s. Why? Because this is the time Turkey now considers we need it. And now it is logical that Turkey might use this time, if wisely, might access such technology. But I am not very sure once we reach there, it will give us a considerable leveraging for our rivals or adversaries elsewhere. So that means also something different. Turkey has to change the foreign policy. We have been pushing for strong military, strong army. We can't now. We can't. Because we have to, We have to do something like a little bit calm down. The gains with the Egypts are showing that something will change. Also, last week there was an election in Israel after the formation of the government there. The already agreed agreement is going to be announced, most likely. And we were mentioning this for a while. Once it is going to be announced, Turkey is going to, by using the Jewish influence in the US Congress, Turkey wants to access the hot cash money in order to attract to Turkey so that the economy might start up. This is going to be, if it's going to be put in the national agenda of President Erdogan's, which we have 2023 presidential elections. Again, if you put the money now, by end of, let's say, 2021, you can see the first sides of the recovery by end of 2022. 9 months to 1 year, let's say. And once you are going to see these kind of good things in the economy coming up, what will happen? Oh, the electors will say, he's doing something good. So now his votes are coming down, but once the economy is going to recover, his votes are going to go up, and he will guarantee you 2023. So once you are seeing everything else, from now on up until 2023 Turkish elections, you are going to see that the Turkish foreign language, I will say, is going to be softened. Turkey is going to most likely set up diplomatic relations with Israel again, which is going to be very good for the region. It will smooth the things. Turkey is going to have some agreement with the Egypt. It's going to be very good. Turkey is going to continue with the exploration activities, but not in the disputed waters, I will say. Turkey is going to keep up with the TFX air fighter jet program. Turkey is going to try to, let's say, I will say, recover the economy. That's also good for the people. Turkey is going to be a little bit softened. In terms, there will be some gains. The time will be widened, but the strategy will not be changed. That's the most important message that I want to give. Turkey's strategy is not changing. It's only softening language, extending the time, and there will be not hot conflicts, or risk of hot conflicts will be under control, let's say. But as I say, the most important message is, by doing this, we are saying that we don't have the resources, not only brains, but money. We are going to soften our language, soften our tone, so the tensions will be under control. The relations will be a little bit, I would say, recovered. Everything is not going to be exactly the same as it was before, but it will be softened. But Turkish strategy will not change. Turkey wants to access the high advanced technology, military technology, and once it's going to be done, again, you are going to see that Turkish foreign policy is going to be supported with the strong military. But the question mark for Turkey is going to be always same. Unless you have a strong economy, you cannot achieve both of them for a long time. So if you like this, I just want to do this very long, for a long time. I haven't done this for long, but it's important for you to understand. Hopefully you see that how this F-16's modernization programs are revealed. What is the secret message given underneath? What is going to happen? So if you are a businessman elsewhere and doing some business in the Mediterranean region, you should also now feel more confident to do that, because a couple of 3 to 5 years at least, I am saying maybe 10 years at least, there might be ups and downs, but not as it was before. The tension will be low. So the business activities will be more now. If you like this video, there's a like button underneath. Press on it and also subscribe to our channel. So have a nice day and stay safe. Bye.